Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Check that. Set.
Lone back gets the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Come 19! Come 19! Set up! Go!
From the 38. This one falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 3rd down now.
Let's go! Ready?
They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go, set!
Throwing it to start this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Hut!
They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Smash! Let's go now! Get up!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. It's fielded at the 14. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Browns will go on offense. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Go!
1st and 10, looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
2nd and 10 now. That one's complete, right side. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two and 3rd down. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Pulled in at the 20. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set! Unlock line! Check go!
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos need only one to take the lead. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. He throws a bullet to the center. That's complete inside the 35. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get it down to a single point. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set up. Go.
Give now to the running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Roll.
Back to the well again. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Let's go. Ready?
Now on 2nd and 10. Fights him over the middle. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the Browns pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. More chances to make up for it.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to the air here. That's brought in by Miller. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns parlay the turnover into a lead. That one right down the middle. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line. On the ready.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready. Check. Hunt.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Quick slant caught by Washington. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. Back to throw now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Finds his man over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and long for him here. Near the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now we're running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
And he's brought down at the line.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Picked up at the 38. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And the Broncos will be loving their field position. They have to begin this drive.
Let's go now.
They'll throw on 1st. Completed to his running back. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Go!
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Go!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Okay, great.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
60 Bobcat. 70 Timberwolf.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
Running this one left. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Ready. Reload. Reload. And up.
Another carry for him. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
On the move, headed right. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
From the gun on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The 50. The 30. The 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was gimme 6.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Well into the end zone. He's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70. Go.
Back to the air, following the pick six. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Got it. Ready?
All right, here we go. Second down.
Come on. Set. Ready?
Another try following the sack. Jump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Still going inside the 35. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They're looking to throw. He's going deep. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He'll throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 28 out of that play. And that gives the Browns a first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working quickly here.
60 back there. 60 back there.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. The back grabs it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Throwing from near his own goal line. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. 19 Lion. Dragon 60. Ready?
They'll try and throw it here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Has it at the 37. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This one returned for 11 yards. And they're going to take over possession. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Hits his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
19, 18, here we go.
Dropping back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Second and 6 coming up here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Got a man. It's Thomas. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 19. Pass brought in. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
Let's go. Go.
Throwing off the play fake here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns tie this game 35 apiece. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll come out throwing. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Chooses to bring this one out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Hand off to the back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title.
Ready, set,
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
go!
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Here we go, here we go! '79 Bronco! Hup!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right
Okay,
now.
ready?
Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
Come 19! Come 19! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Set up!
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup. It gets them the first.
Panther 60! Panther 60! Set! Hut, hut!
Throwing now, off play action. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. We got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That's a gain of 5.
Panther 11!
Brings
Panther
up
11!
3rd and 3.
Set up! Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
18 Rabbit! 18 Rabbit!
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go! Set!
At the 25.
Here's a throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Pretty good lead in hand already. They're still just taking the extra point from the 10. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
North Browns 49, Broncos 35. Will Riker to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on!
Getting right back to it after that interception. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 36. That one's complete, right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Trap 60.
Throwing now on first down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Up to the races, middle of the field. Has the Denver touchdown. The Broncos now within one score in the fourth. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
On the jump.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Handoff now out of the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out in 3rd and short.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Browns feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up.
Go!
Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
All right, set now. 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Set.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. possession of the football.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
He goes down to a knee, and this one's over. They're on their way to the AFC Championship game.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Browns will take this win home with them. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the Conference Championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Bring them out. It's hard to yell when them in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out. Hey. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Hey. Bring them out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed. Heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, hey, front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, hey, get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I'm moving the bricks. Talk about now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. Never catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, hey, front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, hey, mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, hey, front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, hey, front yard yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, hey, front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, hey, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
You just heard the sound of the king of the South. T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. I need y'all to rewind this and play this from the top.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
We
Bring
all
'em out,
fire
bring 'em
tonight,
out.
come on.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we could really get it, we could go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us, run for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean you already wrote for us. Damn, what's one more quote for us? Oh Lord, who else sounded like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready, I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show up. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. Yeah. The other night, Lavishly told me that I'm all these people listen to. She said they love me unconditional. Imagine how I feel to watch another at the top. You know that if you wasn't you, you would be dissing you, dog. Damn. Okay, from that perspective, I see what you talking about. No way to soften that. Cause me, I was trying to find out where I lost them at, but maybe I ain't lose them at all. Maybe I keep moving forward and they're just stagnant, they ain't moving at all. But when they need that favor, who do they call? Maybe I'm searching for the problems, asking what was said and who was involved. Too focused on people's feedback and proving them wrong. They say the shoe can always fit no matter who for this song. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough, I'm about to leave them with them. Cause if I run the game in these, man, the seams are splitting. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeted me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being aware. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps up P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping. Feel like we paid the refs off, man, we fixed the game. Me and Noel been at it before Twitter names. Yeah, been on the move like the lease is up. And I can't even name one person that's keeping up. Damn. How I was in the past tense. Ask yourself, how do we match up now? Cause I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now, for real.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run, 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 run it back.
You getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some clout around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gate, spewing that nonsense. On the phone, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. Or sipping, and playing with waist chains. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive our gang straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention. I was 17 and had them shipping the benzin. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision. I could
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it, run it, run it, run it back. Stuff it in your Birkin bag, cause he don't feed on that. So just run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. We run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it
time
back.
to add to the cipher. Time is money, time to run the numbers higher. Learn hustling early, this hardwired. Photo bezel, frozen neck or black attire. $1 million make a follow a messiah. Is you a charlatan or really take them higher? We in demand, distributors and suppliers. Be getting bands and signatures on the flyers. Listen, gotta make moves if you really want it. Desperate Jews eat your food, that's how they be on it. It's a must that we hustle today and escape from round table discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a plaque, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run, 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 run it back.
I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. I ain't on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the Achi. I put the girl in the top T. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my op always watching. I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. And I said, loser. Why the always coming at the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, cause ain't nothing I did to her. She just out here plotting on my, I call her steward. She the lowest, she so down and out of sewer. Growed up, back your age, you immature. Maybe one day you gon' create some allure. Maybe one day you'll be great and go on tour. Like me, hey, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser, ayy.
Two in, two back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, I got 17 hours to the flight out, only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no.
see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got to change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Sugar little beast, wanna see some more? 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 So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Sugar little beast, wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is not me. They don't wanna know me, never bet they loving us no more. Me no R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Sugar little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Sugar little beast, wanna see some more? 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 So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Sugar little beast, wanna see some more? Sugar little beast, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Sugar little beast, wanna see some more? 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 So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Sugar little beast, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Sugar little beast, wanna see some more?
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance floor connoisseur, weeks of Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Give him help, yeah. Give these boys help, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh yeah. Candy necklace on my hips, butterflies on my wrist. Put your hands on me like this. Need to go head to toe. PT, she's glossy. Give her one kiss just softly. Tease him and get him me. I think he knows
the sad vibe, bad guy, you might be a villain today. Answer. Why lose my brother to why lose my grandma to cancer? Why me, God, I need answers. Why young straight out Atlanta? Why the judge and the cops trying to jam us? Why I keep getting all of these chances? Why me, God, I need answers. Speak your mind and you might get counseled. Pinky ring and it cost me a phantom. The witness, the evidence tampered. Dirty money, the safest to hamper. Yeah, my a star and I stamped her. P.E. Jordan 3, this a sampler. I don't wanna do it, but I gotta do it. Gotta if it's me or you. He got fire, I got fire. A lot of fluid. Got away from the haters, say hallelujah. Be the closest to me. It's okay, cause they know that I come to do it. Hold your VO for Virgil, exclusive Louis. I hit a Ewing. It's hitting and glistening the movies. If it's smoking the dough, then I'm tending to it. Watch when I step here, come my belt. Angel on my shoulder, but the devil on the left. I got a meal, not a meal from a shelf. I do it alone, I own myself. Stay home for you, don't get playing dirty, hit below my belt. I'ma get the bag to show myself. Make room on my plate. I just said my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste. I just stuffed my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate. We talking about. I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet. I buried them deep and they still in the way. I filled up the crib with cars, the halls with all in all. I'm still having space. That a particular taste, picky eater, I guess. But I'm some stuff in my face. She got a natural rap like a natural, do like the she don't like. I was outside of the building, I'm on in the spot when it needed. You gotta have faith. I'm in a minute, I said ever since we lost bro, it ain't really much more I can take. But then when it's late, mama told me to pray. I do that cause you know I can play. You felt the fill up for real, we got rise in the back, but you know we ain't coming to play. You be up playing the States, I be up playing abroad with the mates. Make room on my plate, I just said my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste.